You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Solana, the offseason is here, sir. And we're going to build the championship roster around Giannis, Bam, and Spo. Solana, offseason targets. That's the conversation today. How you doing, and where do you think we're going?
I'm doing great, man. This is fantastic. We are 7 days away from free agency starting. It'll start on July 6th at 6 p.m. I believe 6 p.m. And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Giannis to be announced as a official Miami Heat player, and then we can get the signing period started. First name I want to throw out there, biggest name, LBJ. Is the key still under the mat? And it sounds like it is.
You know what? I've always wanted it. We've talked about it. I've come on here. I think when we did this show, like one of the first times we tried to do this show, like 2 years ago, I came on here and I was trying to sell how Bronny would benefit from coming here. Because
don't bring him.
Well, I'm just saying that was the conversation we were having back then, because I was like, if he wants to play with Bronny and he wants Bronny to get the most out of his NBA career, what better team to do that than Miami that can develop just about anybody? I don't think I don't think the whole Bronny thing is going to be anything anymore. But I do think, and shout out to Miami Heat Zone, Heat in 5. I do feel like every day that passes, I feel like it's more real. Like, you know what? This might actually happen. We might actually get a reunion with LBJ. Now, I saw a picture of him yesterday, and that beard's looking really nice and gray. And it kind of took me aback. I was like, man, LeBron is older than, like, I forget how old he really is. He's our age.
Yeah, he's 40 or 41, right? So, yeah, I mean, he's getting up there in age, but he can still be what this team needs. Obviously, when you have Giannis and you have Bam, what you need is a facilitator. You need a ball handler. And one of the best in the history to do it is LeBron James. I mean, his passing is unbelievable. His vision on the court is unbelievable. And you add him to a front line of Bam and Giannis, and you're looking at a very, very, very formidable front three there. You start adding some shooting and you start thinking, man, this team could be very dangerous in the East.
Could you imagine him throwing lobs to Bam and Giannis? Because the thing is, look, and I don't want to spend the whole time talking about LeBron, but when you look at the other options, right? The other options are Golden State, which he's always said he wants to play with Steph Curry. I could see that maybe, but you go to Golden State, as much as I love LeBron, because we've had this conversation. You say F LeBron since he left. I love LeBron. LeBron and Steph, I don't know if LeBron is putting Golden State like over the hump in the Western Conference. If he wants to do it, go for it. But if he's chasing the title, I don't know if Golden State's the team to do it unless they have other moves to make. I really don't. Were they even a playing team last year?
Yeah, they were. They were a playing team.
Okay. So I don't know if LeBron is going to take that team, as much as I love LeBron. And then Cleveland is the other one that people are talking about. But when you talk about Cleveland, they're talking about signing trade with Jared Allen. So all of a sudden, you get rid of Jared Allen, you have Evan Mobley, and that's it. So all of a sudden, LeBron's going to be what? Is he going to be counted on to be a power forward? Is he going to have to go and bang down low and get rebounds? Like, he's too old for that. He's not trying to do all that. Whereas then you come to Miami, do you have to be worried about rebounding? Do you have to be worried about being in the paint? No. We got Giannis, we got Bam, we got Bobby Portis. Like, you're good. Be the point guard. Just facilitate and score when you can and when you have to. I think Miami is the perfect spot for him for many reasons, that being one of them.
I mean, the other reason you didn't mention is you could bring out your LeBron jersey, right?
Yeah, boy. I got that. That's my favorite one. I got that one right there.
I know. That's probably your favorite reason.
It is.
You can come back and you can use his jersey again. But
well, you can't because he can't wear number 6 anymore.
Why not?
Because it's retired.
No, it's not.
Bill Russell.
Number 6 is not retired in Miami.
It's retired in the whole NBA.
Really?
Yeah. So he'd have to pick a new number because he can't pick number 23 either because Pat Riley, love you, Pat, but I don't know why you retired number 23 for Jordan.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, now I know. So nobody in the NBA can be number 6?
Nope.
That's ridiculous. I do agree, though, that Bron coming to Miami is the best fit for him if he wants to win a championship, no doubt. And the only thing that I could see maybe it becoming I guess a reason for him not to come is he might not want to go through those tough practices that we know that Spo runs and the Heat historically run. So
The
we
knee
know
pads and the mouthpiece.
correct. So we know that there might be a few things, and that might be one of the things that affects him. He might want a homecoming, go back to Cleveland, be able to just relax, enjoy, and maybe play out his last year in front of his hometown team. But again, if he wants to win championships and he's not looking for just a feel-good story, then there's only one team that he can come to, and that's Miami. It's either Miami or stay in LA.
I don't see the Cleveland thing happening. And also, I think if he were to come to Miami, I'm almost 100% sure that as soon as he walks in, there's going to be platters of fucking cookies everywhere. Like, it's like, you know what, my guy? Here, you're 41. You obviously know how to take care of your body. Have your cookies. Do what you want. Don't want to wear the knee pads and the mouthpiece. I think that they won't completely change the way they do things. But I think at his age, I think that they'll work with him. I really do.
We'll see, man. I'll tell you, Brian Windhorst has been pretty vocal, over the last few days, talking about LeBron and his time in Miami and all the things that happened. And look, he seems to believe that LeBron might come to Miami. So if anybody knows what LeBron is thinking, he's probably the only guy that does. And if he keeps, feeding the media all these little seeds about it, then the only thing I can think of is that seed is going to plant into a tree, and eventually that tree is going to be LeBron James in Miami.
That'd be awesome. All right, so rapid fire. Some free agents or possible trade partners that we've been hearing about. I'll start with what everybody wants. I don't know if it's going to happen, but Duncan Robinson. I haven't heard,
Bring him.
I would love that also, but I haven't heard that Detroit wants to get rid of him.
Well, so Detroit just traded for some shooting, and apparently what I read was that they might release him to save money because of his contract. His if they release him, then his buyout, I guess, is not as expensive as keeping him on the roster, so they might release him. Now, the Heat would have to wait, I believe, until a certain date to re-sign him because of the trade that they did last year. But if they release him, if he's able to come back, I mean, I bring him right away. Give me some shooting.
I agree. And that would be lethal shooting, because what we're looking for is for and look, and he can catch the ball on the move and shoot, but just catch and shoot. I think Duncan Robinson is lethal with that. I think that he would be a great person to get on this team. Now, another person that I've been hearing possibilities about, but also I haven't heard that this team is necessarily going to move on from them, Zach LaVine. Now, we've heard about Zach LaVine to Miami a couple times in the past. I mean, how much does he get paid? He gets paid a lot of money. I don't think we could even afford him.
I'd pass, to be honest with you. I don't think that he would fit in a system that we're going to create down here. And the reason being is I believe he needs the ball in his hands to actually do something, to be productive. And when you have Giannis on the team and you're talking about possibly bringing LeBron, I mean, there's not going to be that much, to share the ball. So you're going to eventually, need to figure it out. And I just don't think that he's going to fit in with what the Heat are trying to build.
All right, I'm going to give you 3 names that I think are likely. First one, Tim Hardaway Jr. I think this is probably going to happen. I see Tim Hardaway Jr. coming over here. How much money was he getting paid? He shot 40% from 3 last year, averaged 13 points. And last year, how much money was he making last year? He can't. No, if it's for the mid-level exception, the mid-level exception is the biggest contract we could offer at the moment, and that has to be for LeBron if LeBron is able to come. If anybody is requiring that with LeBron on his way, they're not going to get that. I can't find his contract. Oh, last year he made doesn't give me an exact number. Between 6 and 10 million is how much they expect him to be looking for this year. Tim Hardaway Jr. I think would be a great addition. His outside shooting is lethal. His defense isn't great, but I do think that Tim Hardaway Jr. would be a great addition as far as shooting goes. And he's a hometown kid. He's from Miami. He used to play high school ball down here. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. Was it Palmetto?
Mm-hmm.
I think he will absolutely be a Miami Heat. I think that's what I think. I think he's going to come to Miami Heat.
I think it would be a great signing. I think he would be great off the bench. Like you said, he's a very good 3-point shooter. The one thing, and I think that the Heat would help him out, is he's a little bit of a bonehead. He makes some bonehead plays, takes some shots that he probably shouldn't take, and I think that Spo could definitely help him out with that. And again, remember, Miami is the place where a lot of people come to restart their careers. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to restart because I know he's on the tail end of his career, but what Spo and the Heat could do is they could get the best out of you. And I think that Tim Hardaway is the type of player that he's been at a lot of places and nobody's been able to get the best out of him. They're only able to get certain good pieces out of him. And I think that if he comes to Miami, they'll be able to pull it all together. And I think he'll be a very good piece for this team.
Well, if you want to talk about elite shooting, Luke Kennard, he had the highest 3-point percentage last year, but I think that he's going to be requesting too much money for the Heat to afford. He shot like 48% from 3 last year, something ridiculous. So Luke Kennard was as a possible name, but for the money he's requesting, I don't think that that's going to happen. Somebody that I think is a possibility also, Klay Thompson. What do you think about Klay Thompson coming down here?
I mean, he's shooting, right? Need shooters.
Yeah, but he's not shooting like he used to.
Shooters of all time, yeah, but
he shot 38% last year.
It's still not bad. Still not bad. I just think he's a guy who can, who could still maybe get you a 3, maybe get you a bucket when you need it. It depends on the contract that he wants, but if he comes for a very team-friendly contract, then I wouldn't have an issue of him coming. Now, I would have an issue of him wearing 31 because that was Shane Battier's number, Heat legend. So he'd have to go with a different number, but that's somebody that I'd welcome onto this team. But
I could see him playing a Shane Battier type role. I don't know if you remember, Shane Battier had a terrible regular season, and then he came up in the playoffs and in the finals. I can see Klay Thompson maybe having a subpar regular season, but then showing up when the lights are brightest. This guy right here that I'm about to put up here, we talk about Heat culture. This guy would embody Heat culture. Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown is such an underrated rotational piece. I would love to see a Bruce Brown on this team. He's a great rebounder, great defender. He can hit some threes. He shot from 3 39% last year. I would love a Bruce Brown. He would be the perfect person for a team like this, coming off the bench, getting 15, 20 minutes. And Heat fans would absolutely love him, on top of the fact that he went to the U. So I think Bruce Brown would be somebody to really look at and really hope that maybe he could somehow get. I haven't heard too much about it, but that's somebody that I would love for the Heat to look for.
I agree. I think he would be an excellent piece off the bench as a backup 1 or 2, somebody who can come in, play a little bit of defense, get some rebounds when you need some rebounds, like you said, and somebody who can handle the ball. So yeah, I would love this signing as well. Like you said, he's a product of the University of Miami, of Coach Jim Larinaga, and I love Coach L. I think he develops great players, and again, I would love the signing as well.
All right, so rapid fire here, just yes or no. Gabe Vincent.
Yes. Heat legend.
His shooting dropped off once he left Miami. I think coming back would be great for him. Anthony Simons.
Yes.
Buddy Hield.
No. Absolutely not.
No?
No. Volume shooter. Absolutely not.
Head case. Volume shooter. Gary Trent Jr.
Nope.
Mike Conley.
Absolutely not.
I've seen a lot of people linking this to Mike Conley, though.
Too old.
He is too old. Chris Middleton, I think, is going to be here. I think he's coming for the vet minimum.
I mean, I'll take him for the vet minimum. This guy can get a bucket.
He can get
a bucket.
Yeah, he can get you a bucket off the bench. Rui Hachimura, which I didn't realize that he was second in the league in 3-point percentage.
Yes, I like him. He's a big body. He can shoot the 3. He can get rebounds. I mean, I've liked him since he played at Gonzaga. So absolutely, I would love this guy on the team.
Quentin Grimes. And then the last one that we've been linked to, Cam Johnson, to talk about possibly a trade for Jovic. I think Cam Johnson is an underrated player in the NBA. He can get you a bucket. He's a great three-point shooter. Last year, what was his percentage last year? Last year, he shot 43% from three. The only thing is that it would have to be a sign-in trade because he does make more than like $12, $13 million.
And
But
this is not the guy that played for the Nets, right? That went to Milwaukee.
No, he played for the Nets, but he went. You're thinking about Cam Thomas.
Oh, Cam Thomas. That's the guy I'm talking about.
This is Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson's a baller.
Yeah, I don't know enough about him to make a rightful choice here, but I'll tell you this: if you can get rid of Niko Jovic's contract and bring in a player who can, who can make some noise, who can, give you some production, then I think that's a definite, because I don't know how Niko Jovic will fit.
I'll give you a comparison. Cam Johnson to me is like a Mike Miller.
Take him.
Yeah, he's like a Mike Miller. That's what Cam Johnson to me is, and I think that he would fit great for this team.
Gets hurt like that?
No, without the injuries. Okay. He's a North Carolina product. He went to North Carolina. All right, so I guess that's it. We went rapid fire. So if I had to guess, I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is coming. I think LeBron might be coming, and Chris Middleton. I think those are going to be the three signings of all the players that we get. And I would love a Bruce Brown, but I think that those are the places that we're going to go.
Yeah, man, we're gonna wait and see until July 6th here in a few days and see what happens. But over the next few days, I'm sure we'll hear more rumblings throughout the media. And as we, trickle our day down to July 6th, I'm sure we'll have a better understanding of who it is that's going to be coming here, and they will, offer them those contracts as soon as they're available to do so.
July 6th is when they can announce Giannis. So they haven't said a word about Giannis. But I will tell you something. Exactly. And that's what I was going to get to. And I hope I'm not saying anything I'm not supposed to. But I went to downtown. I was by Fan Fest. For anybody that's in the World Cup, they have a Fan Fest down there. And I went by the Kaseya Center with my kids. And in front of the Kaseya Center, they have a little mini sign that's like a digital graphic that changes. And it's like on a bus stop, and it had a sign that says "Welcome to Miami, Giannis," and it had a picture of Giannis on there. And I thought that was very weird that they would put that there, because I thought they weren't allowed to do something like that. Now didn't have a Heat logo or anything, but it was in front of the Kaseya Center, and it said "Welcome to Miami, Giannis." So I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, are you sure that it was the Heat that put it up, or maybe it was?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was the Heat. That's what I'm saying. But it was in front of the Kaseya Center.
Yeah, who bought the signage and put it in there, and
I was driving by, and I told my daughter, I was like, "Olivia, take a picture," and she didn't have a chance, because, like I said, it changes, so it changed before she was able to take a picture. Because I wanted to take a picture of it, because I thought that was very odd that they would do that, because I know they're not allowed to. So, but yeah, I'm 100% sure it wasn't the Heat, but I thought that it was interesting that it was in front of the Kaseya Center.
Yeah, no doubt. A little odd, funny that it's in front of the Kaseya Center, but again, I don't think the Heat had anything to do with it. That was probably just a fan that bought the signage and put it up there.
Yeah, well, it was cool though. All right, last question. You can answer real quick. If LeBron comes, is there any chance at all that Chris Paul comes out of retirement to play point guard for us?
Nah, no chance. I don't think so.
Would you want him?
That's a good question. Why not? Bring him over.
I think that would be. I mean, I haven't heard anything. That was just a random thought that came in my head, because Chris Paul's always been chasing that ring. Him and LeBron are buddies. I wonder if he would just randomly come. Could you imagine him being the backup point guard for this team?
He might start.
Nah, LeBron. I think I legit think LeBron would be the starting point guard for this team.
Wow, bro. I mean, if you're starting to sound like that, what, Pelle Larsson at the 2? Talk about a come up for Pelle Larsson.
I love Pelle Larsson, man.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. If you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening to the end. Please leave 5 stars in a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, and we will be back talking more Miami Heat off season in the coming days. So until the next one, have a good one.